Oh my goodness. Are we back yet? I think so. No. Yeah. No. No. Yeah. No. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna have to yank that. Are we back yet? This sucks. Fucking sucks. Are we? Yeah, we're back. Okay. 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 This is so dookie. Oh man. This is so annoying. Okay, so I need to steal that cord back. I gave my partner the cord that connects directly into the Wi-Fi, and I'm gonna steal that back because this is the second stream in. Hi, this is the second stream in a row that crashed. Okay, okay, where were we? Oh yeah, that's a through line.
Gymnastics they go through in order to justify violence against you. These people literally have more sympathy for child murderers.
They
literally have more sympathy for child.
the point. Bro. So it's just fine to gun people down. That's your argument. I don't give a fuck if they're a child molester. You can't just gun people down the street. You can't just go to a protest or a riot with a gun and rile people up until they attack you and then shoot them dead. It's not about who they are that matters. It's about what Kyle did is what matters. Like, you can't just roam around the streets like a vigilante shooting at people because, like, that's the fucking police's fault. Like they have to deal with that. It's their problem, not Kyle Rittenhouse's.
Murderers.
Yeah, I don't give a shit if that guy is dead, but he shouldn't be dead. He should be in prison. This is he was found not guilty. He was found not guilty. I think he's guilty? It doesn't matter if I think he's guilty, but there is like a absolutely like racial interracial thing where the poor white girl dies from the hands of a black man. Meh. You know, like that's absolutely a thing. Like you are showing these things really quickly and going through them when there's like so much in depth. If you're too fucking shallow, if you're too fucking stupid to actually think deeper than just like, oh, they're supporting a murderer and a rapist and
Abusers
and abusers and rapists. You're fucking you're not worth the air you breathe, dude. Like there's so much nuance to the world that just like having that media like that fucking level. Like right here, we heard firsthand the horrors of El Salvador mega prison housing Trump's. Yeah, Yeah, no due process. We sent legal Americans there. Fucking, this is the death camp. They go there to die. Yeah, this person is a fascist. The 777 person. I'm more irritated that the stream died than I am at this idiot, because this just makes sense. I'm pretty sure having no due process to prove guilt and sending those people that were not proven guilty in the court of law to a fucking prison in a different country is way more radical, my friend, my brother, my Aryan brother, if that's what you go with.
Than people who vote right wing. And again,
Fucking
I want to make
A.
it clear, I literally have nothing against people who are left wing.
I don't have anything against people that are left wing. They just support rapists and murderers and sex offenders, and they want you dead. They want you. I have nothing against these people. They just want you dead. They hate you, and you need to die, 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 die. But that's their opinion. I don't have anything against them. Fucking pathetic, dude.
Enjoy talking to them.
What a pussy. What a fucking pussy.
I think they're fun people. We disagree on practically everything, but
We disagree on practically everything. So you disagree with human rights, you disagree with having people have like everyone have their basic necessities, you disagree with bodily autonomy, you disagree with democracy, you disagree with enlightenment values, the thing this country was fucking founded upon. Okay, I don't have anything against them. Fucking coward. Why are fascists such pussies?
I still like them. I still can be friends with them.
No,
I
you
don't have a
can't.
problem.
No one wants to be friends with you because you're antisocial freak, a part of the death cult. Fuck off. I'd rather be friends with a fucking gopher. If we were the last people on Earth and there was a gopher, I would choose the gopher over you 1,000 times. Or the crocodile. I would be friends with a goddamn crocodile before I'd be friends with this antisocial death cult loser.
With people who are left wing. I want to clarify that. We are simply exploring the radical left, which is
the radical left.
becoming much more prominent these days. Yet take note of this. They don't overtly condone violence. They don't. That would get them banned off of YouTube, or worse, they could possibly be imprisoned because that's illegal. And the left is not known for being brave, mind you. Instead, they like to
Unlike you being like, oh, they like rapists and murderers. They support rapists and murderers more than they support or care about me. They have more empathy. Oh my God. This is such brain rot. This is such brain rot. I look in the camera right now. It is your moral obligation to punch a Nazi. It is your moral obligation to bully them out of social society. If you understand what the tolerance paradox is, then you would understand that allowing intolerant people a voice within our tolerant society will only lead to the tolerant being wiped out. It is not bigotry to be intolerant to Nazis, to fascists, to bigots, to people that want to take your rights away, to people that are too fucking stupid and emotionally manipulated to understand that they are siding with the people that are stepping on their fucking necks. Maybe a good punch to the face would wake them up.
play it safe. If somebody they disagree with dies, they don't condemn it, they don't care. In fact, they're gonna laugh at it. That's all they can do. That's as
Once again, we're going to talk, because this is a different stream technically, and I'm starting in the middle of this because it died. We're going to talk about Destiny. Destiny's, I would not consider Destiny on the left. Supports a genocide, anti-trans, anti-left. Yeah, no, he's at best a piece of shit and a pedo. And we'll get into that later on.
close to the edge they're willing to go.
Corey Comparator was a horrible person. Dying for your child does not mean that you love them or take good care of them. What? The Trump supporter that died was a lunatic. He was most likely a fascist, and I mean, he was at a Trump rally, man. What do you?
Yeah, dying for your child does not mean like I can think of scenarios where that wouldn't be the case. What?
Expect. Like, he probably wanted trans people to die.
When a Trump supporter dies, who cares? He probably was a fascist. In fact, let's laugh at him. Let's dance on his grave. After all, you shouldn't be made to feel safe. Hassan, for example, he
True.
overtly hates
Don't feel safe.
white
I
Christians.
want you to
He
feel
hates
bullied.
us so much that he flat out admits it would be better if they got than other groups.
Henry College is like doing one good thing, which is that like if you have these millionaire, billionaire, WASP fail sons, at least taking them out of other colleges so they can only do date to other billionaire, millionaire failed daughters is like in some respects a little bit better.
So
You see my mouse right here? You see my mouse? The point right over this 777 guy's head. The point. Oh my god. We need in schools, we need fucking media literacy. We need to teach people how to understand what the fuck is being said and not just like hear what they want to hear from people. Is this a very hyperbolic way of going about the point of what Hassan is trying to make? Yes. Is it a necessary way to say it? No. Is Hassan saying Nepo baby rich girls should be raped? No. No. But this guy's too fucking stupid. Like, unless you are already drinking the Kool-Aid, you watch someone like this and you're like, are you a fucking idiot? Like, their bad faith, like, arguments and framing of things like this just make them look like just stupid. It just makes you look stupid. You just seem like a fucking idiot to me. Like, you're that dumb. You're, like, actually that dumb that you can't, like, understand what the point is being made. White collar criminals don't get any punishments. Men get away with sexually assaulting women all the time. White, rich, Nepo baby guys are not known for being good to women. I can tell you that. A lot of them have been caught and called out and put into court for assaulting women. This is what we're trying to get into. Like, there's so much deeper understanding if you actually listen to what he said. But like it said before here, where's the thing? It says like misrepresent then attack. Misrepresent what Hassan said and then attack.
let's recap. It's not only better for us to be, they also don't care when we.
No, specifically rich white girls in college, rich colleges. That was the point. From your framework, it wouldn't be everyone. From your framework, for your bad faith argument, you're not even good enough to do this. Oh my god. You're not even smart enough to like make a through line. If you hear what Hassan just said, with your bad faith framing, you would have to say, unless you're too fucking stupid to like come to this conclusion with your bad faith framing, rich white girls at rich white colleges, or just rich girls in general at rich colleges, it's okay for them to be essayed. That's the best bad faith argument you can make with what Hassan said.
die, and they also get pleasure out of it. They'll laugh on your grave because you
Oh.
deserve it. After
Yeah, it's definitely not something the right's ever done. Definitely, if I go onto Twitter and I look up like right-wing Twitter and what they say about trans people, they don't have like an actual meme of like a photo that a trans girl took before she ended her life. And they definitely don't use that photo she took as like a meme. The bridge thing, oh yeah, that's definitely, the right wing are so wholesome and they're nice and they don't do that stuff. What are you talking about? They didn't make jokes and say that the person that assaulted Nancy Pelosi's husband with a hammer was actually his gay lover. They don't minimize like the harm done to people that they don't like. That's just a left-wing thing. How about you shut the fuck up and like police your own side if you care so much and you have these morals. If you have these morals, maybe you have a better shot of policing your own fucking side instead of bad faith policing the opposite side.
all, you have an evil ideology, and there's no possible way that you could believe those things and not be evil, deserving of death. Do you still not believe me when I say those things? You're going to. Not only do they laugh when we die, but Hassan openly admits that people should landlords.
Well, my understanding is that the property owners who have properties there choose just not to rent it at all.
Yeah, kill those motherfuckers in a video.
What is the outcome of that? What's more harmful? Saying that the people that do the thing should be dead, or the outcomes of homelessness, increased price value of rentals and housing? Which is more harmful? Hassan saying there should be violence towards those people, death towards those people that have caused systemic harm to millions, if not billions of people around the world, where they just buy up property and keep them vacant. Which is more harmful? You see, this is the thing. What is the outcome? What is the outcome? You're too fucking stupid to think about anything past what this guy said. So now you've idiotically actually just sided with the people that are hoarding all of the housing in this country, making it impossible for the majority of Americans to live a fucking dignity, like a dignified life. That's what happens when you are a fucking tool for the elite. Because you're too emotional and too fucking stupid to think it through, you can't understand what the outcome of your argument would even lead to. You're siding with people that make people homeless. Congratulations. Congratulations. My goodness.
Video game, sorry. Holy shit. Murder those motherfuckers in the street. Let the streets soak in their fucking red capitalist bloods, dude. Oh my god, in a video game, of course.
Dude. Did they just say, like, Hassan's mother is a landlord? Is Hassan's mother keeping housing vacant to increase the property value? Because that's what they're talking about, is people that do that. There are banks that buy entire neighborhoods and keep it vacant and then sell it to another bank for a profit. And that bank sells it to another bank for a profit. And it just keeps on going until now you have to make $66 an hour to have the same spending power as people did in the 70s.
because he's a communist. He's a crypto communist. But Hassan, he's not a man of principles. He doesn't care about morality, especially when it comes to telling the truth. Being honest is a disadvantage to these people.
He was really, this guy was really hoping these people were gonna respond. Holy shit. How is he being dishonest? Like what? How are you gonna show like clips of him just honestly being like, oh, they want you dead, but they're actually being dishonest, and it's not about morality. Your best stance is to say like all you are talking about is your morality. There's no like actual reason why we should do it. You just feel like it's a bad thing, and that's like facts. Facts don't care about your feelings, Hassan. So like you're just a psycho murderer. Like you, oh man, you shoot yourself. You're too stupid. He's too stupid. This guy, this smug guy, is too stupid.
Now instead, he needs to spread the good holy Marxist spirit, even to Landlord's podcast, where he shares his beliefs, and he does not hesitate to lie to their face about what socialism is.
It is about equity instead of equality. That's what people misunderstand about socialism. It is not about equity instead of equality at all. We don't have material equality as a baseline in this country. We don't have that at all. I'm advocating for a baseline of material equality, and I'm advocating for better worker protections, better worker rights, and less alienation.
That's all a lie. That's a fucking lie. What he's talking about can happen in a capitalist system, and it is explicitly not what socialism is about. It's not about materially equal conditions. That's called welfare or redistribution, which capitalism can do, right? You're talking specifically about getting rid of or eliminating the profit, or at the very least, redirecting the profit to workers. You want to destroy private ownership because owners that don't
I really don't have to debunk Destiny right now. Oh my gosh. You could have a mixed socialist and capitalist economy. That's a possibility. There are industries that don't need to be socialist. Right? The guy on the left is arguing with the guy on the left. Yeah, he's definitely on the left right here.
work shouldn't be collecting money off of people that do. That's fundamentally what your belief is. And that's not even like this is what Marxists believe. This is what you believe. You said this on stream, mother. His idea of socialism is what Republicans called socialism in 2005. Socialism is when you pay your taxes.
Socialism is just when government does more stuff. Not at all when we execute you. Keep in mind.
I wish. I wish. Oh man, I need to. You know, I could really use one of these right now. I need a. Yeah, we're gonna. Yeah. I'm fucking tired, dude. Oh no. Ah man. I don't have to debunk Destiny too. Like, come on. One idiot is enough. One idiot is enough. There's multiple different forms of socialism. There's multiple different ways. Just like how there's multiple different forms of like how an anarchist society would be, and we have like ANCOM, anarcho-privatism, like it's the same thing with that. You can have a mixed economy. I wish I should. Yeah, I don't have a crack pipe. I just gotta smoke because you know drugs are bad. Okay, but cigarettes, those aren't drugs. Smoke them up, kids. You'll be fine. Okay. Let's hear. Let's hear.
Communist. He's a crypto communist. But Hassan, he's not a man of principles. He doesn't care about morality, especially when it comes to telling the truth. Being honest is a disadvantage to these people. Now, instead, he needs to spread the good.
Every accusation is a confession. You have been the most dishonest person in this video so far, and you're also in the same video with Destiny of all people. That's take the fucking award, I guess, kind of situation.
Holy Marxist spirit, even to Landlord's podcast, where he shares his beliefs and he does not hesitate to lie to their face about what socialism is.
It is about equity instead of equality. That's what people misunderstand about socialism. It is not about equity instead of equality at all. We don't have material equality as a baseline in this country. We don't have that at all. I'm advocating for a baseline of material equality, and I'm advocating for better worker protections, better worker rights, and less alienation.
That's
He's advocating for better worker rights. That's something he does. He's advocating for, okay, let's just go very slowly through and say like true or false.
In this country, we don't have that at all. I'm advocating for.
That's true. We don't have a baseline of equality or equity.
A baseline of material equality.
He does do that, as I do that. Everyone should have their basic like their fucking necessities met, and the state should provide that.
And I'm advocating for better worker protections, better worker.
He does do that, yes. He advocates for unions and democracy at the workplace.
Rights and less alienation.
that's all a
Worker
lie.
rights.
That's a fucking lie.
Not having a say in your work does decrease alienation. It's not like you're just going there to make a paycheck because you have to survive. You actually have some say in the business model under like a union or democracy. So all that's true.
What he's talking about can happen in a capitalist system, and it is explicitly not what socialism is about.
You cannot remove alienation of the work in a capitalist system. Oh, with the cigarettes, like crazy stuff. You can't remove alienation of work under a capitalist system because a worker is just a drone, a cog in a machine to make profit for those who own it, or the shareholders or whatever. You can't have democracy at the workplace because there's a single owner. It's a authoritarian dictatorship of the workplace. Well, yeah. You can't do that under capitalism. You can't have worker rights if the workers don't have any say, and you can't get worker rights unless either the government or the workers have the power of the business. So what? So what?
It's not about materially equal conditions. That's called welfare. Or
No. Welfare is not materially equal conditions. Welfare is a safety net so people don't fall into destitution, fucking homelessness, you know? Welfare is making sure people have like a net to keep them off the streets. So you can have that under capitalism, but under capitalism, you cannot have basic necessities granted to every citizen because it would either have to be controlled by the state, those basic necessities, or funded with taxes to private owners, which would be a horrible idea.
redistribution, which capitalism can do, right?
Nope.
You're talking specifically about getting rid of or eliminating the profit, or at the very least, redirecting the profit to workers. You want to destroy private ownership because owners that don't work shouldn't be collecting money off of people that do. That's fundamentally what your belief is. And that's not even like this is what Marxists believe. This is what you...
That's what Marxists believe. That's what That is what Marxists believe. This guy's so fucking stupid, and he's also a child diddler. And his son is a Nazi. Ay. We're gonna get into that soon after this. But yeah, no, oh man, my brain. Not only did I have to hear this idiot 777, but now I also have to hear Destiny and how Destiny just explained Marxism and said, that's not even what Marxism is. And it's like, are you fucking stupid? Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Your whole goal in life is to be spiteful towards the people that are objectively better looking, decent human beings. While you try to diddle 17-year-olds and like say like, oh, the age of consent should be lowered, and there's actually such thing as moral CP or whatever the fuck you were talking about in the one clip I have of you.
Believe you said this on stream, mother. His idea of socialism is what Republicans called socialism in 2005. Socialism is when you pay your taxes.
Socialism.
That's a part of it. You can have a socialist system where the workers collectively own the resources through the state. Yeah.
Socialism is just when government does more stuff. Not at all when we execute you. Keep in mind. Execute.
Are these Russians? Yeah, socialism has nothing to do with executing people. You can try to make a socialist system through revolutionary means, but it doesn't have to be like that. You can actually just use legal law means. You can like use the system to create a new system, you know, like if you have enough people in Congress to make new parts of the Constitution or new laws that would lead to a socialist system. Wait. Are we sitting here after this motherfucker? My brain is just kicking in on overdrive. We are sitting here while this motherfucker was like, we are sitting here witnessing after this guy was like, oh, Nazis are bad, Nazis are fascists, and all MAGA are fascists. That means MAGA is bad. Therefore, we should beat them up. That's what the left actually believes. We should kill them. That's what the left actually believes. While he's actively doing the thing. He's actively doing the thing he just accused the left of doing. The far left are all socialists, and all socialists want you dead. Oh man, they're radical, bro.
You. Keep in mind, this guy's channel is literally dedicated to teaching people how to become landlords and to become millionaires. He actively teaches people to become the things Hassan hates and advocates for the death of those people. Yet he's perfectly fine sitting down having a cup of coffee with these people. As long as
kind of goes against what he was saying earlier, where they refuse to sit down and talk to the people they disagree with and just say that they're emotionally evil, bad people. You're the devil. I won't talk to you. Shows something that proves that point wrong, and then somehow uses it to demonize Hassan even more. Fucking dumb. And I'm not here to stand for Hassan or anything. I don't think he's like an intellectual hive mind or anything like that. You can put any blank socialist in this scenario, or like any lefty person in general in this scenario, and I would be saying the same stuff.
it means getting the good message out there. Because again, these aren't men of principles.
You call it selling out your principles. I call it fucking winning. And that's...
Oh, this content. So we're going to use someone else other than Hassan, a out of context clip of someone else to make your point for you instead of actually being able to argue the point. He's talking about debating here.
My principle: to win as a socialist, not to lose as a socialist. That's not my principle. I don't give a about principled failure. Principled failure is worth dog shit.
These people don't care about truth. They want power. They only care about
not what he
winning in
said.
their own words. And being a man of principles means you gotta tell the truth at least, right? But that only
No.
holds you back.
Your principles could be that of lying to gain power. If your principle is like, hey, I just care about... Whoa, my cigarette's in my hair now. What the heck is going on here? There we go. If your principle is just gaining power, if your goal is just gaining power, your principles would be, I don't care what happens, I don't care what people say, what people do, I don't care about anything other than what it takes to gain power. Like JD Vance. I don't know. I'm pretty sure what is the communism will win. My favorite is this one. This world limits your grilling. I want to help you build a world where you can grill thicker, juicier burgers. Yeah, I'm pretty sure the context here is like saying, he's not saying like fuck principles in general. He's saying whenever it comes to it, like the Republicans, for example, are trying to overthrow democracy by gerrymandering right now. But the Democrats were actually principled and made laws so they had a separate board so they couldn't gerrymander in blue states. Their principles have led to them losing in this scenario. So sometimes you have to throw away your principles to be victorious. You don't throw all of them away, but in certain scenarios, if they did not make those laws, if they did not make that change, they would not be in this situation now where they're fucked. They fucked themselves because they were being principled. When they go low, you go high. That's the being principled kind of stuff. That doesn't work. When you're dealing with a death cult that just wants to create abject misery for the majority of people on the fucking planet so the few that have everything can have even more. Fuck principles. If it leads to a better outcome, fuck all the principles. Once again, I care about outcomes. Not this stupid like, oh, at least we lost knowing that we were morally correct. Just like Weimar Germany did.
Dog shit.
These people don't care about truth. They want power. They only care about winning in their own words.
Just like
and being a man
you.
of principles means you gotta tell the truth at least, right? But that only holds you back. Because these people, they're not honest with you about what they believe.
You have to.
I will always be honest. Remember that rant that I just did about why it's your moral obligation to punch Nazis? I'll always be honest with you. There's no pussyfooting from me. I will honestly say everything that I believe. I do not give a rat's ass. And more so than the 777 guy, every other lefty will do the same. Because you have to pretend that you aren't a fascist. You have to pretend that you aren't an authoritarian, antisocial freak that outcomes that you advocate for will just make an objectively worse time for the majority of people on the goddamn planet. You have to pretend and lie and wear a mask because you're a fucking coward who can't stand for the things that he's actually advocating for.
Advocate for a much lighter form of propaganda. You want America, in the way that I feel about it, and if you want America to get out of the way, or places with more revolutionary potential to do what they would normally do, I think that one thing you have to do is advocate for a lighter form, while simultaneously still doing agitated propaganda that goes beyond, social democratic idea.
That's what these
You're just demonizing political movements in general at this point. Like, that's every political movement. That's every political movement that's ever occurred, including the right now. Oh, we're just going after the criminals and the rapists. We're just gonna deport them. And now we're just seeing every every Hispanic person ever being targeted. Talking about going after the homegrowns. They lie through their teeth and then they do what they actually wanted to do. Remember when Trump held like the pride flag with like the Sharpie, like gays for Trump or LGBTQ for Trump or whatever? Remember when he held that and he lied about being like pro-LGBT? I'm the most pro-LGBTQ candidate. I love the gays. Gays are wonderful. And now he's going on and now they're talking about overthrowing marriage equality with the Supreme Court. Damn. What are the outcomes? Once again, what are the outcomes?
leftists are taught to do. That's what they actively do. They don't reveal fully what they believe. No, we gotta water it down first. Make it easier for people to digest. We
This
water down
spooky
the
music.
information so that they can be set on the right path of
You know, guys, I've been lying here. I said I wanted free healthcare. I said I wanted free education. I said I wanted free housing and food and water and electricity and internet for all Americans, if not all people on the planet. But in actuality, I also wanted free transportation. My bad. I lied. I hid it from you. I also want free transportation for all people, not only in America, but in the world, baby. My bad. When I said I was pro-trans and pro-LGBTQ, I was lying. Kind of. I was actually hiding a little bit of my power level here. Because I'm like pro-transhumanist and I'm a gender abolitionist. I want to get rid of it. When I said I wasn't racist, I'm actually lying. I'm actually lying. I'm actually not. I'm actually the most racist person because I want to destroy all races by making the concept of race, the social concept of what race is, wiped out of our society. So people are just seen as human beings instead of what skin color or ethnicity or whatever you want to go by, what race is to you. I want to get rid of it. I was lying. I was hiding it. I was hiding my power level. Sorry. I'm so sorry.
radicalization, which should be really concerning for you, even if you're a centrist. Because if this is the watered down message where they think it's better for you to be and they don't care when you die, what do they really believe? I mean, this is what they're totally fine openly admitting and showing to people. They have no problem with this. This is not the most radical part of their message. It's not just, haha, it'd be funny if you die. It's they want you dead. They're actively working towards that goal. Look at what they're doing. They're proactive.
Remember when I said accuse and then vilify? What he said that the left does, and now he's doing the exact same thing. He said that all leftists do this to the right, and now he's actively, the rest of this video is just that now. That every accusation is a confession, and this motherfucker in real time in the same video is doing the thing he accused the left of doing. Where's your principles? If you think this is morally wrong, what kind of principles do you have to be doing the same action, buckaroo?
Taking steps to make their own audiences not communicate with people who disagree with them.
Wait.
They're supposed
Wait, are we demonizing fucking Mr. What? Yeah, slave owners. Are you saying slavery's good with this? Are you that fucking stupid? Yeah, I don't argue with people John Brown would have shot. Yeah, slave owners. Slave owners. Now you're defending slavery, bro. Whoa, holy shit.
to make their own audiences not communicate with people who disagree with them. They're supposed to be rude, disrespectful.
Criminals don't deserve due process. Trans ideology must be eradicated. Women are subservient and inferior to men. The white race must be preserved. Those are just my opinions. Feel free to disagree, but please be polite about it. This is all the things that you've advocated for. This is all the things the right actually does represent. Like, what the fuck do you mean? Criminals don't deserve due process. In this video, you showed a screenshot of people that did not go through due process, proving that they were actually criminals that were sent to a internment camp in a different fucking country. Trans ideology must be eradicated. Are you trans? Are you supporting of trans rights? 777. Are you? I don't think so. Women are subservient and inferior to men. Do you think women, you believe in bodily autonomy? You already said you believe, you don't agree with anything someone on the left agrees with. And these are all things the left disagrees with. So they have to be your position at that point, right?
Simply call you a Nazi and an evil person and call it a day. We can't talk.
Simply call you a socialist and that you want to kill us or rape us or murder us and call it a day.
To these evil subhumans, because at the end of the day, this is the language designed to dehumanize you. You're no longer a person who simply has different views or opinions on what's best for the world. No, you just are evil and you hate people. No.
Yes, yeah. Yes. Oh my god.
No longer do you simply believe that, hey, I think abortion is murder. I value the life of a child. No, it's you hate women. That's what these people unironically believe. If you think that transitioning children is wrong, you want trans kids to die. If you're against welfare and you think that's wasteful spending, and there are better ways to help the homeless, no, you just hate the homeless and you want them to suffer. That is what these radical leftists unironically believe about.
Everything you said are the outcomes of what would happen if conservatives got their way. And we can see that through the data. Women not having the right of bodily autonomy leads to murder, leads to a fucking brain dead individual being an incubator against even the wishes of their family. Trans suicide goes up, just like every other group of people whenever you target and marginalize them. If we live in a society that's not accepting of trans people in general, including trans kids, those people that are trans, including the kids that are trans, feel like outcasts, feel demonized, feel like they don't have a place in society, which will increase anxiety, depression, and lead to the increase of suicidality. It's not that hard, dude. If you can't handle the outcomes of your fucking beliefs and people calling you out, shut the fuck up and get out of society, because Jesus Christ, it'd be better without you.
the right. Verbatim. It's because they're not even just left-wing. Because a left-wing person, maybe they have the ability to interact and talk to people on the right. Hey, they understand that we don't agree, but we both want what's best for the world. Not a radical leftist, though. No, they don't talk to you because their own audience decided to isolate you from them. They want them to hate you because if they hate you, it's going to be a lot easier to lead a revolution where they execute you. They make it a point.
I don't want any conservative to be executed. Do I want them to have a say in society when it comes to our laws and stuff? No, because their say is shit. It's dog shit. Do I want for them to die? No. My policies was actually make their lives objectively better. The policies I advocate for would objectively make their lives better. Maybe not the ultra wealthy ones because their lives are already super. No, actually, yeah, because there's a lot of mental derangement whenever you have too much wealth and too much power. They point out one billionaire that's normal, that doesn't like live off their child's blood or act like weirdos who jump in an X stance and like cuck themselves out to the president and have like a bunch of young Nazis. I don't know. It's just, yeah. I don't advocate for their rights to be removed. I advocate for them to have more rights. That's the difference between someone on the left like me and someone on the right like the person we're watching right now. He would advocate for my medical rights and like my freedom of individual expression to be revoked by the state and like shunned by society.
To sympathize and empathize with criminals, rapists, murderers more than you. Which side is in favor of the death penalty? Not the left. They think that murderers, they're simply disturbed or unwell human.
Wait, they want you dead, but they're not for the death penalty? How can you, like... How can in the same breath you say leftists want you dead, but then say they're not for the death penalty? How can you do this? How? What is going on? I need another smoke. I need a big one this time. Oh, that didn't work. There you go. That's better. Make me feel better. Please. Please.
Beings. No, people who actually murder, they're not evil. We gotta help them. We must advocate for rehabilitation for these people. Unless you say the N-word. No, if you say the N-word, you're actually just a horrible, evil person, and there's no possible reason for it other.
They want you dead, but they're not for the death penalty. But if you say the N-word to a child, you're a horrible person. What even is this? Like 603,000 views, 47,000 likes, 47 dipshits out there. Thought what this guy had to say was actually something of value. To the point that they gave it a like. My goodness. An adult telling a child a racial slur really shows the kind of person that person is, right? I wouldn't say a racial slur if someone, a child was fucking stealing, even if they were actually stealing something from me. The first thing that would come out of my mouth wouldn't be the N-word. Because I'm not a racist piece of shit. And then she gained thousands of dollars from this. So, you know, jack-offs like this guy supported her. because they support racism.
So then you're just evil. For the we gotta extend
No,
sympathy.
yeah,
and
she's just
empathy.
racist.
For the racist, none is given. No, when it comes to Shiloh, because she said the N-word, they justify doing horrible, evil things to her. If you say the N-word, it is good to dox you, to steal.
In both scenarios, the murderer would have consequences for their actions, and this lady's having consequences for her actions. There's no proof that someone on the left is the one who doxed. It could have been a conservative like a right-winger, non-white person even. You have no proof of who doxed her. But this goes with your narrative, right? In both scenarios, both people did something wrong. You are actively saying the left doesn't want people that are murderers to have consequences, whenever that's not the argument. It's just that I personally don't think the state should have the right to kill someone. I'd much rather them sit in a jail cell for the rest of their life to have to think about what they're doing. I don't want the government to have the right to fucking kill its citizens or anybody within its borders because they committed a crime. But you are actively sitting here. That's still a punishment. Being in prison for the rest of your life, still a punishment. But you are actively sitting here saying someone that said to a child a racial slur should not have a punishment. And it's actually worse that the people who were outraged by what this person did, it's actually worse what they did. Even though she's gained hundreds of thousands of dollars from this and is doing better now because of it. Weird.
Steal your social security number, to swat you, to harass you, to try and ruin your life, to try and get you fired from your job so that you can't feed your children because she's racist. Just like all white people are racist, according to them. Because remember, being killed is a good thing in these people.
They're really running with that one. Yes. I would love to see. Do you know what ideology advocates for husbands not being able, like, it's impossible for their husband to be able to, a husband to sexually assault their wife because they're married? Look at the comments of, like, here, for this example, here. We have to go here, and then we have to click on me, and then we have to scroll down. I can just show you one example. One example. And because this guy's not even showing an actual example. Where the fuck did it go? This guy's not willing to show, like, a legitimate example that proves his point, but I can. Because I'm not a lying tool bag like him. Was it deleted, or is it older than I thought it was? Must be, yeah, it's older. Is it that old though, or was it deleted? There's a video of a guy beating, and I mean beating, his girlfriend in an elevator. And all of the comments under it were like, what did she say? Maybe she should have just given the phone. And they're all right-wingers justifying her being beaten by her partner. And I'm trying to find it. And it might take a second. There we go. Where the fuck is the... It's been a while since it was posted, so now, like, the comments are, like, pretty mixed. Doody doody doo. Wow. Boop. Yeah. You can, it's on my Twitter. I'm not going to show the video. But, like, right-wing men in the comments blaming her for being brutally assaulted. Women for conservatives equals salt for snails. When this video was first posted, all of the comments were like, she should have just given him the phone. Why is, I wonder what she said. She cheated on him, by the way. Yeah. That was my mouth, I promise.
People's eyes. That's what they believe. If there was a situation where a woman, she was being murdered by a man, and that woman just so happened to call him the N-word right before she died, people would say she deserved it. And
give me another one. I need another one. Wait. we're just gonna stack them up. We're just stacking them up. No, I don't want that. Trying to do a bit right now. God. Okay, okay. Okay, let's continue.
In fact, people would be happy it happened to her. That's how these people's moral compasses operate. Look at these videos. Keep in mind, she literally just said the N-word, and this is what they have to say for her.
My mama would have went to that house, knocked on her door, dragged her by that skinny little blonde ponytail, and turned her every which way but loose. And then she'd be like, go get my bail money. I feel like it is time for us to start turning the other cheek. And I mean their cheek, not our cheek, okay?
Based.
I think it's time for us to start showing them who the fuck we are.
And the fact that you did that when that little boy's parents were not around, they were not present. What kind of person are you behind closed doors? Like, I'm fearful of your children, and I hope that they get removed from your care.
That lady, Shiloh Hendrick.
You're justifying a woman saying an N-word being racist to a child. And you're justifying it because she's dealing with consequences. If you can't handle the consequences of your actions, don't do it. Being racist should be socially unaccepted within our society. And you want it to be acceptable, apparently, because you're justifying someone that was racist within society, which means you're the outcome of what you're currently doing right now would lead to people thinking it's socially acceptable to be racist. Like, that is the outcome. This is what this 777 guy is doing. Okay, I gotta get through this. I just can't.
People like her, they deserve a bullet. They really do.
Ooh, the fucking way I would have rearranged that bitch's face if I was in front of her. But I hope and pray that they find your location. And I hope they dog walk your stupid ass. And when you good and gone, I hope somebody finds your grave and piss on that shit.
Again, these people think that if you say one word, you deserve to be raped and murdered. When it happens to you, they will be happy and gleeful. They hate you. And look, this is negative information, really negative topic for this video. But I'm only saying this because I truly believe that this is the case. I'm never this strong or stern with what I say. And the only reason why I'm saying it right now is it's because it's the truth and you need to hear this. These people are trying to polarize their audiences so that they hate you more and they're more willing to do evil things against you. Because again, when they call you an evil monster that doesn't deserve courtesy or respect, it's not to change your mind, it's to isolate their own audience and to radicalize their own side.
Just don't be a don't be a fucking antisocial, death cultist, racist, bigoted piece of shit. Just don't be that. Just don't be that. Why is that acceptable, but like punishing people that are like that not acceptable to this guy? Why is it okay to be a bigot to them, but to have have a negative consequences for bigots not acceptable? Why is this a thing? Why is this the hill this guy wants to die on? There's too many. Why is this the hill the guy wants to die on? Why is defending racists what he wants to do with his life? What would be the reason for someone to want to do that? Here's a hint. It's 'cause they're probably in agreement with being racist.
Which is really ironic if you think about it. This is the side of quote-unquote democracy. But the reason why they want to isolate their own audience and to radicalize them is because they are genuinely fearful that if they heard the other side, they would be convinced and leave them.
Like canceling these people or preventing them from showing up and pushing their message when most people...
It's the tolerance paradox. You can't tolerate intolerant people because the society would become intolerant, and we're seeing that through our president right now. We tolerated your asses for too long and said that, like, oh yeah, they actually do have something meaningful to say and like add to the conversation, which look at where that led us. Our rights are being revoked. No due process. Fucking the Constitution is crumbling. Whenever there's people that are anti-democracy, you can't like you can't just be like, oh yeah, we're accepting of all people, even though you're anti-democracy. You have a say. That's how you get democracy gone. Like, my goodness.
Don't have the ability to like push back. I think that does more good than it does harm. Nobody knows how to handle that.
Yeah, but shouldn't they?
I wish they did.
Then we should do that,
but I
right?
feel like that's very idealized.
But yeah, but that's
Versus-
what we're at college. It's a place for ideals, right? Don't
But
you all
like-
have
but like-
dreams? And
but
you
like-
guys aren't old enough to have your hopes and dreams crushed yet. You should still be idealistic, right?
Used to be the opposite. I used to feel like, oh yeah, we should have every idea, bad or good, on the marketplace, and then people should debate it. And bad ideas will fall to the bottom, good ideas will come to the top. But instead, we had like 4 years of
Who's they? Who's they? Who is they?
like half the population of America,
and that's
parroting what Trump said on Twitter.
If their own audience could think for themselves, if their own audience was genuinely exposed to the other side, they wouldn't be a radical leftist. They fear this. They don't trust honest.
I'm a radical leftist because I've listened to you dumb fucks for so long. I used to be like, I was not raised under radical leftists. I can tell you that. I was raised with people that would probably more agree with, would actually 100% agree with what you're saying. My entire family agrees with your position. I was not isolated away from the positions you had. I actually thought it through and was like, wow, this is all fucking stupid. And that's why I believe what I believe now.
Discourse. If you could actually have an honest conversation with a Nazi, as they said, they genuinely fear you would become one of them. It's very funny. They're not in favor of having a democracy that is actually informed on what the other side thinks. No, no, no. We must have a democracy that is controlled with isolation.
No one wants to put you to jail because you're a fucking Nazi. No one's I'm not advocating for that. I'm saying it should be socially unacceptable and you should be bullied out of society. I don't want you to go to jail for being a Nazi. I want someone to punch you in the face for doing a Nazi salute in public. That's what I'm advocating for. And yeah, whenever one side is like, oh yeah, the Holocaust actually didn't happen and here's all my conspiratory lies to try to make you like question if it actually did happen or not, even though it's one of the most documented things of the 20th century. Yeah, no, I don't think that should be, I don't think that should be a thing that's like readily available to people, because like it's just a lie at that point. If you can gather a bunch of ignorant people and give them a fucking pile of bullshit, that pile of bullshit is all they'll know. And they'll share that pile of bullshit with more ignorant idiots until everyone's just full of shit. I don't want the world to be full of shit. But this guy does.
Because
he is full
who
of
are
shit.
radicalized and only know to hate the people that they disagree with. Democracy where you only know one thing. Democracy where you can't hear the other side out. Democracy where you only know to hate. I mean,
Does this guy even know what democracy is? Like, unironically, does this guy even know what democracy is? It doesn't matter how ignorant or propagandized the group of people that is voting is, as long as there are laws that are being followed that give the people a vote for representatives or laws that will be passed, that's a democracy. America is not not a democracy. America is a democracy despite half of the at least 30% of the population living in a different reality than what's actually fucking going on in the world. Everyone could be like MAGA. And if there was elections and voting and all that stuff going on, it would still be a democracy. Everyone could be like Bernie Sanders and it'd be the same thing. Everyone could be a radical Marxist and it'd still be a democracy. This guy doesn't even know what democracy is.
Look at the Ethan Klein situation. Ethan Klein is your standard lefty. He
No, he's
engages in all
not.
of the left-wing talking points, but he only disagrees slightly with the Israel and Palestine situation. He doesn't even deny 90% of their talking points when it comes to Palestine, yet they still hate them. They hate him so much that they literally called Child Protective Services on him. The same guy that says that Steven Crowder is a right-wing extremist. That's how left-wing he is. Yet
Why did you laugh at that? You don't think Steven Crowder is a right-wing extremist? He had a Nazi on just recently. Like, open fascist, Big Papa fascist. Entire community full of Nazis. They will tell you to your face that they are Nazis and fascists. And they're giving him a platform. And surprise, surprise. Whoop. Surprise, surprise. They do not push back.
they still hate his guts. They hate him and his family. They want the worst for him. If his family got raped and murdered, they would be happy. And
I would not be raped. I would not be happy if Ethan Klein's family got raped and murdered. I'm pretty far fucking left. Would I be happy if he was laughed off the internet? Yeah. Raped and murdered? That's a little extreme.
they make that clear with their words and their actions. And if they want to do that with Ethan Klein, who's practically identical to them, what does that say about you if you're even a centrist? In most revolutions and purges, even the people who are the strongest advocates of that movement tend to fall to the guillotine themselves. Because after all, if anybody disagrees with them, they're a fascist. And fascists are evil Nazis. And we don't respect or show common courtesy to Nazis. We don't even talk to them. Which means not only will they remain silent when violence happens against you, no. They're going to enjoy it. That's what they're looking forward to. So at this point, if they call you a sexist, homophobe, racist, whatever, who cares? They're going to anyways. They don't want to.
Shows a lady being racist. Who cares if they call her racist? They were gonna call her racist from the get-go. It doesn't matter that she did something racist. It doesn't matter that she was racist to a child. They were gonna be racist. They were gonna call her racist no matter what. Oh my god, this guy's like actually fucking stupid. Like actually just 100% idiotic. Like the dumbest of the dumb. I can't imagine being this fucking stupid in my like. How do you tie your shoes? Do you wear strap-ons? Do you wear the Velcro ones? Do you have like a alarm on your phone that reminds you to breathe every like 5 seconds? I don't get it.
Engage in logic and reason.
Yeah, he's just repeating himself at this point. Yeah, this is very stupid. This is a very stupid man. Very, very dumb. Very dumb indeed. I'm done with you. 777, if you see this, get fucked. That's all I gotta say. I don't want you to be raped and murdered, but I would like you to fuck off the internet. And go to therapy so you're not such an antisocial idiot. That's what I feel about that. Okay. Next thing. So funny how he would use Destiny as an example of someone on the left, and then use Destiny to make his own arguments for him. Interesting. So if you don't know, Destiny is a political streamer. And he was found guilty. He admitted to, I should say, not found guilty. He's going to court. They're taking him to court. Police charge. The police have been informed, a bunch of things. Yeah. But Destiny is this pedo.
Trapped in a cave.
So yeah. This is I'm just gonna watch the clips. I don't This is Destiny's account. And this is Mr. Beard. If you know anything about Destiny, you know Mr. Beard and Destiny used to be friends. Mr. Beard would actively advocate for the lowering of the age of consent, something Destiny has already done. He platformed Mr. Beard. Not Mr. Oh my gosh, not Mr. Beard. Mr. Girl. Oh my goodness, my bad, Mr. Beard. Mr. Beard's based. Mr. Girl. This guy's Mr. Girl.
Playing Minecraft in a cave looking for diamonds. That's funny. I'm in the same cave looking for miners. Cause my sexual attraction to miners is major. Can't even play hopscotch without popping a rager. Always been a pervert, so I accept the insults. When I was a kid, I fucking molested adults.
I think that's all we need to see of that. Mr. Girl here. Destiny is responding to this with Mr. Girl. Someone who he platformed that was an out and open pedophile.
Apparently this guy's got a daughter, and apparently one day the daughter goes up to the dad and talks about how, like, Dad, I'm not able to have an orgasm when I masturbate. I don't know why. And the dad was taken a little bit by surprise by it, and eventually the conversation came down to the daughter saying, why can't you just show me what it's like to have an orgasm or whatever, because I've read all this shit about it. And then he was like, well, I can't, incest is wrong. But the daughter is like arguing with him like crazy, and he doesn't have any rational arguments to defend that point. Wait, and I mean, I don't know, are there? Well, apparently this guy's got a daughter.
Apparently, he just logicked why incest was okay there on stream. I don't know why you would do that. Yeah. But he's just responding to the the thing that he admitted to, having CP of a 17-year-old on his computer. He admitted to it, and he's pointing the blame at other people like Hassan.
I don't disagree with her.
Yes, it does.
What, if you just because you molest a child doesn't
I
make you a
don't disagree
pedophile?
with
That's
her.
not.
Yes, it
Just because you molest a child doesn't make you a pedophile. Would love to understand how that's the case. Have you seen the 15-year-olds they're putting out today, though? In response to this. Bro, you literally say in the clips, she's 15, what the fuck? Yeah. Yeah.
What is the admitting to jerking off to 15-year-olds then? What is that in relation
I never
to?
admitted to jerking off. I think I just said like this. I think the log is something like this 15-year-old chick was trying to send me, or was sending me pictures of herself, and she was hot as fuck. It's like really hard to like turn down some of these people. I think.
Wait,
I said
how old was she?
She said she was 15.
So what is the admitting to jerking off to 15-year-olds then? What is that in relation?
Yeah, and he's blaming everyone else, and he's doing this. This is the only way I touch kids. Making fun of because he's extremely pro-genocide when it comes to Israel. Like, he's all in support of that. They put his face on this. And that's like Hamas or a terrorist child, I guess, is what's supposed to be what that is. I don't know. But yeah, free Palestine, watermelon. Globalize the Intifada, watermelon. From the river to the sea, Palestine will be free. But this is all just a bit. Just like how when he was demonized, like whenever he was being transphobic about non-binary people, he said that he identified as non-binary because then people could say that. So then people couldn't say he was being transphobic. Yeah. This guy's entire online persona has always been just spite-based. He's a freak, and I never liked him. Let me do this because I don't trust Twitter. Silence Hamas, a pedophile is stalking. Here's all the leaks. This is all the evidence. Streamer Destiny has been accused of sexting and sharing pornographic material of a 17-year-old girl. Twitter users, including his own son, are sharing evidence of sexual chat logs between Destiny and the minor. His son is also a Nazi, by the way. Crazy stuff. I can't imagine. Since when did you care about the children except for Rose? Lol. That's the fucking disgusting. Ukraine has children working in their missile factories now. Has now been 100% confirmed that Rose was 17 at the time Streamer Destiny was exchanging pornographic material with her. Anything sent prior to October 2022, placing him in direct violation of numerous state and federal statutes. So here's like a bunch of, yeah. Here's a bunch of screenshots.
Little kid, okay? When you're 19, you're a little kid, okay? Now, if you're 22, a 19-year-old's not a kid to you, okay? I'm 29. A 19-year-old might as well be a 15-year-old to me. It's all the fucking same, dude. Don't give me this fucking, just because of some legal age of consent, whatever bullshit, I have about as much in common with like an 18-year-old, 19-year-old fucking freshman in school as I would a fucking sophomore in high school. Any type of inclination towards any of those people is really fucking weird. When you're 19, you're a little...
Damn, my favorite moments is when people can debate themselves, because he said the opposite in other clips I've seen of him. He said stuff like, "Oh, that's not pedophilia, that's a hafibophilia," or whatever the fuck these weirdos say. Nothing else has damaged the online politics world of the left like Israel-Palestine. It truly become a blind leading the blind, virtue-signaling extravaganza where intelligent thought and critical thinking goes to die. So many good content creators lost. Where is some more media? I know there's more videos of him saying sus stuff. He can't go a stream without being an antisocial freak. So glad I'm not showing my screen.
It's because he can.
Here's the guy I was looking for.
Continue to write, I didn't know this until way later, but the videos she recorded with other guys, the file names are like screen recording, blah, blah, blah. And then he shows me a screenshot of the top of a video clip and says, her boyfriend was recording these on Skype calls. That's absolutely insane to think about him doing all of this if she was 17. Well, this is insane to me because he's saying Rose's boyfriend recorded CP while sending me a screenshot of the alleged CP. So I asked to confirm if he just did that. If you were sending me this, I'm guessing you still have that video. Destiny replies, depends on why you're asking. But yes, I created copies of all of our messages and everything when that court case started. Just to be clear, he's admitting to having alleged CP downloaded on his computer. He literally has the video open as I'm talking to him. I go, bruh, there's been allegations at least since my last video that she was underage, and you still have potential CP of her? He replies, I have an obligation to preserve relevant evidence, etc. So I created backups of all of the important / relevant conversations. He continues, I don't think I'm allowed to delete it, lol. I don't know if it counts as hiding / destroying evidence. And I reply, talk to a lawyer, that seems crazy to me. Who keeps this sort of stuff on their computer without 100% knowing if they're supposed to or not? Isn't that something you want to confirm? I continued, you just let me know you have CP videos saved to your computer. You knew it was alleged that she was underage. You still have them. Do you see how fucked this is? So now I've confirmed that this guy has child porn on his computer. In my 8 years of reaching out to people over allegations, I've never had anyone admit that to me. The last message he sent me was, 1, I don't even know 100% of her age was legitimately less than 18 when these were taken. So basically, he's not 100% sure if he has child porn on his computer. He's just 99% sure. Got it. 2, I'm pretty sure I have an obligation to preserve stuff related to my court case. I've talked about it with my lawyer already, specifically with regards to the Rose stuff. So we went from...
He's like trying to debate bro himself out of this situation. He admitted to being it. Like, he put himself here, dude. Oh my goodness.
I don't know if I could delete this, to my lawyer says it's totally fine to keep. I don't know the law, but the idea that his lawyer would tell him to hold on to CP for a civil case just doesn't seem likely to me. I don't know. LawTube can figure that out. 3, if something were to come out of this, I don't know if I'd want to wipe everything and not have something to turn over to the authorities. If hypothetically, whenever a political creator is about to give a hypothetical, you know you're about to hear some weird shit. If hypothetically her boyfriend or whatever was actually trafficking her or getting her to fuck other dudes on video for him, and if there was ever some kind of investigation into that, am I hurting the chance of looking into him by deleting all of this stuff? Oh, so now the reason he's keeping the CP is because of a hypothetical criminal case that he is not pursuing at all. Okay, maybe these reasons are legally sound advice that came from his lawyer. Maybe he's lying and just saying anything to make it sound better to me. I don't know, I'm not a lawyer. I just know this guy's admitting to having CP in my DMs, 60 gigabytes according to him. Seriously, Jesus. How does he know the amount if he doesn't have it? Also, how does her boyfriend being in the wrong somehow make Destiny in the right? It makes no sense. For all he knows, her boyfriend could have been 17 as well. Dude, you were 33. I reported this to the police and recorded my interactions and calls with the detective.
William, how you doing?
Hello, nice to speak with you again.
Great question.
Sure.
Do you have screenshots or copies of the...
Yes.
And this is common tactic Destiny has been doing for a while now. He's like, I might be in the wrong for sharing revenge porn. I might be in the wrong for doing XYZ, but this other guy's bad. And his audience would fall for it every fucking time. Oh, I might be in the wrong and I might have been blown out in that debate, but the person that I was debating was like a mentally deranged person. I hate Discord. I mean, I hate I hate Twitter. I fucking hate Twitter. Oh my god, no. No. Twitter sucks. I hate Twitter so much. Twitter is going to be the bane of my existence. Here we go. Yeah, so we're back on Destiny. Like all of it is just.
He's gonna run. He won't do it. No, he'll do it. I did cancel the Cuba trip, yes, because I didn't want to go to prison, and unfortunately, he's gonna run. He won't do it. No, he'll do it. But we're locked in. What's the context behind you saying U.S. deserved 9/11? It's very simple. American foreign policy and intervention in the region directly caused blowback and led to 9/11, I did cancel the Cuba trip, yes, because I didn't want.
That's like psychotic. He was already he was already detained by ICE. Like, yeah, no, it's just making fun of stuff. It's a joke. You see, Destiny joins the Free Palestine movement, lol, yeet. And like he's retweeting it, being like, oh, it's funny. Oh, Ethan's canceling me? Well, this is how Ethan's bad.
Buttons are open.
Oh my goodness, I was
Buttons are
16 years old here.
Wow, look at you guys here.
Dad's 21 and I'm 16.
Dude, if that happened today, bro, you would not.
Oh, I know.
Trouble.
I know.
21 and 16.
Well, you know what? I was more mature than he was.
Don't you know? Don't you know that even though I have the CP, Ethan's actually the pedo? You know, it's just like.
Gambling, promote terrorism. Don't promote gambling, promote terrorism. Yes! Guys, don't gamble. Instead, be a terrorist. Boom!
Be a terrorist. I like that he went. This is incredible. This is incredible political commentary. I'm glad that he's still doing that. I got destroyed in the marketplace of ideas. I can't really do nothing about that. Hassan intellectually destroyed in the marketplace of ideas.
I know people don't want to think about politics too hard and just want an easy narrative. Also, all criticism of me is racism. Ha 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 ha.
Yeah, Chatter was right. XUC was right about me. There's nothing I can do about that. It's weird how y'all were friends at once. Yeah. Yeah. I'm promoting terrorism by saying, hey, Israel shouldn't do a genocide. And also the international law dictates that people are allowed to fight back against Israel doing a genocide. It's cool because like he basically went from he went from why are you calling me out for promoting gambling? I'm also racist as fuck. I know that a lot of people in these spaces just don't want to think too much or think too hard about, you know, politics in general, and they want like a comfortable narrative, so they go, "Oh, dude, you promote terrorism." But like that's, you know, kind of a ridiculous thing to say about a dude. Kind of a ridiculous thing to say about a dude who's just like consistently been advocating to not murder children in Gaza, or just not murder children anywhere, really.
What? I don't understand how this is a bad thing. I'm not an intellectual titan like Destiny, I guess. I don't understand what the whole the point even is of this. I know people don't want to think about politics too hard and just have an easy narrative. Also, haha, criticism is racism. The racist part is Islamophobia. Because like any defense of the Middle East is in support of terrorism. Because Middle East is terrorists. Any criticism of Israel is terrorism because you're defending the terrorists fighting against Israel. That's the racism. Yeah. But like, yep, I think we get the point. Watch the Willie Mack thing. He goes in better detail about all of it. He's always the one that has all the I just think it's funny. All my haters are like actual, like not haters. I don't have any haters. All the people I disagree with are just like actually pieces of shit. Like they're objectively bad, horrible people. It's crazy. It's wild. How could you live like this? It's almost 10 o'clock. The wind is out of my sails because like the stream crashed again, second time in a row. And yeah, that sucked. Saturday I'll be on that date night thing. So it's gonna be just like some chill, comfy stuff. I don't know exactly what day it's gonna be, but this week I'm gonna start playing Assassin's Creed 3. We're gonna do a let's play. Let's play Assassin's Creed 3. We're playing it all the way through. All the way through. We're doing it. We're gonna do it. We're doing it live. Fuck it. So Saturday, 100% at, let me find the time. I'm pretty sure it's 4 o'clock my time. I don't wanna send any lefty misinfo out there. Saturday, August 30th, 2025 at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. 4 Eastern Standard Time. I will be on a I'll send it out. I'll send the link out on my Discord and my socials and all that stuff. I might not be streaming, but I'll be on someone else's stream doing a date night thing. That's gonna be super fun. I'm super excited about that. Heck yeah. And I don't know what day before that, before Saturday, but one of the days we're gonna start the Assassin's Creed 3 Let's Play together and enjoy killing the Brits. I ain't no fan of no freaking redcoats, and the redcoats are coming back. The redcoats have taken over this country. You know. Alright. Well, I think this is a good night. Gonna end it with this. I'm gonna end it with this. Bread.